Welcome to this video where we'll be exploring one of the most powerful features in Visual Studio Code, VSCode, working with multiple Python interpreters and adding individual files to your workspace. As a developer, you're likely no stranger to juggling multiple projects with different dependencies and environments, but managing these complexities can be a real challenge. That's where VSCode comes in, providing an elegant solution to this common problem. In this video, we'll delve into the world of Python interpreters and how you can easily work with multiple ones within VSCode. We'll also cover how to add individual files to your workspace, making it easier to manage your project. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of these essential features and be able to streamline your workflow. So, let's start by talking about Python interpreters. An interpreter is essentially an environment where your code runs. It's responsible for executing your scripts, resolving dependencies, and providing the necessary libraries and modules. When working on a project, it's common to have different environments for development, testing, and production. In VSCode, you can easily create and manage multiple Python interpreters. This is especially useful when working on projects that require specific versions of Python or certain packages. By creating separate interpreters, you can isolate your dependencies and avoid conflicts between projects. To create a new interpreter in VSCode, simply open the command palette by pressing Ctrl+Shift-Up or CMD-Shift on macOS, type Python select interpreter, and select the version of Python you want to use. You can also specify a custom path to your interpreter if needed. Now, let's talk about adding individual files to your workspace. Imagine working on a large project with multiple dependencies and configurations. Managing all these files can be overwhelming. That's where VSCode's workspace feature comes in handy. By adding individual files to your workspace, you can focus on specific parts of your project without cluttering your editor with unnecessary files. To add a file to your workspace, simply right-click the file in the Explorer panel and select Add to Workspace. You can also use the command palette to achieve this. When working with multiple interpreters and adding individual files to your workspace, it's essential to keep track of which interpreter is associated with each file. VSCode makes this easy by displaying the active interpreter for each file in the status bar. You can also use the Python select interpreter command to switch between interpreters. To summarize, here are the key points we've covered. Creating and managing multiple Python interpreters in VSCode allows you to isolate dependencies and avoid conflicts between projects. Adding individual files to your workspace enables you to focus on specific parts of your project without cluttering your editor with unnecessary files. VSCode makes it easy to track which interpreter is associated with each file, ensuring you're always working with the correct environment. And that's a wrap. We've explored the powerful features of multiple Python interpreters and adding individual files to your workspace in VSCode. By mastering these concepts, you'll be able to streamline your workflow and work more efficiently on your project. If you have any questions or feedback, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you, and consider subscribing for more content on Visual Studio Code and Python development. Thanks for watching.